minutes early on, especially.
No, I think I'd like them to appreciate that. Appreciate the emotional, energy in the building. I think that's something that makes it special. It was fun to, be a fly on the wall and listen to the talks last night and be a part of that dinner and to celebrate Paul's career. And I think that's what today is all about. Obviously, our role in that is to try to prepare and play as well as we can against a really good team.
Obviously, they've made countless changes. No tape on them. How do you?
Well, I think the way they played on Friday night is probably the way that they're going to look to play. I mean, I don't know that for a fact. We're not they'll ultimately make that call, but they played with LeBron in the post at the elbow with the ball in pick and roll and, surrounded him with shooters, ran a lot of their catch and shoot actions that they've ran for a long time. And guys like Korver had career highs, and, what they've done is they've surrounded him with even, more guys that are new, but they all fill that role of being able to play off of him and score the ball. Nance rolling to the rim, and everybody else is a really good offensive perimeter player that they've added.
Does he become even more of a playmaker?
LeBron, I don't know if it's fair to say more, because he's always been as good as it gets making plays for himself and others. So clearly he's a guy that especially great shooters benefit from playing with, and being able to get the ball right to their spots, being able to pass across the court off pick and rolls, being able to always look and see that and draw so much attention that it puts a lot of premium on playing with multiple efforts and doing so really on your toes the whole game.
Everybody good today, Coach?
No Shane, no Marcus Smart. Everybody else is fine.
How did Marcus' reevaluation go the other night?
Same timeline as we discussed the other day. Not going to expect to see him on Wednesday night. Hopeful that he will be back and ready to go after the All-Star break, but we'll see.
Any changes to the starting lineup?
Start the same way we did last time we played these guys. So Morris at the 4.
Well, Coach, they're the defending Eastern Conference champion. Third game of this matchup with them. So what kind of weight?
Well, I think I'm more concerned about us right now and how we play and the mentality that we play with, especially after we talked the other night. I think that we've got to get a lot better if we ultimately want to get to where we want to go, regardless of how this game goes today. And so that's part of it. This is part of that, path. And, we'll see how we play today. But I know our guys are anxious to play today. Not a ton. I mean, they've played them all kinds of different ways all year. It just kind of depends on who's in the game. I think obviously, with less perimeter players available, we're asking even more of him and Jalen and Terry, and that's a really good thing because there's a lot on their plate right now. So I think he's actually, he had a little bit of a time in January where I thought he was struggling. I think he's played pretty darn well throughout the first few games in February.
Would you say rookies maybe sometimes are tested to find different ways to get the ball, get open?
It just kind of depends on who they are and what the plan of attack is for them. Everybody's a little bit different, and he can do a good job of being in action, but he can also do a good job of playing off space. So he's done a good job whatever we've asked him to do.
Talked about the offense taking some shortcuts. What do you say to the guys to kind of go over that, to address that?
Well, we've got, when you look at our trends through the last 15 games versus the first 42, we haven't attacked the paint at the same rate with any consistency. And then I think the other part of it is that when we've been down in a couple of occasions, we play with a kind of an aggressive attacking mentality that we need to try to emulate throughout the course of the game. I realize that in a 48-minute game you can't always play like you're down 28, but at the same time we've had some awfully good moments when we've been down like that, and we just have to play with that kind of assertiveness.
Just put it on the scoreboard, 28-0 at the start of the game.
That's not a question, but I like that idea. That's a good idea. That's right. That's right. 34-0 today, just to make it like appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Good idea.
There you go. All right. Thanks.